Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Zoom call like this. This is King Sound Mind from the Force King in team. And like I always say, that the sole purpose of our calls and webinars is get towards one direction, education, because we believe in the King in team that nobody should get into something or be a part of something that he or she doesn't have prior knowledge of, or you're not aware of what you're going into. So we believe that at least you should have a foundational understanding of the platform or the system that you're a part of. That knowledge will help you in your prospecting. That knowledge will help you in your growth. You see, because when you're part of a system that is a decentralized platform, you are your own boss. You become your own CEO. And that's why decentralized platforms, when you're a part of it, it's not just like it's not like what we used to know. When you are part of centralized systems, when you get to earn, the money stores on the website. People call it back office, back office. And even though those websites, they get to use crypto withdrawals, it's still centralized, and they can tell you that you can only take a few percentage of your earnings, maybe 80%, maybe 90%, but they can't give you 100%. You see, but in a decentralized platform, when you get to get results or revenues or profits, it comes directly into your personal wallet that you alone controls the private keys. So that is what I call a fully decentralized platform. And when you're in part of such, you are your own boss, you are your own CEO. So I just thought that we needed to have an understanding that we're in a decentralized platform. You understand? In other words, the results that you can get or the kind of result you can make is directly proportional to the effort you put in. This is not the kind of platform where you get to put in so much result and it's only telling on the owners of the platform. No, I mean, coming from the previous system, which we have been a part of, we've seen accounts that has made much income more than ID1. Unlike the previous kind of systems or centralized systems, that it doesn't matter what you do, you cannot earn or have results more than the people above you or the people who are first on the system. It's not possible. You see, but in a decentralized business, if I can be able to have a well-structured team and we have a growth team and people are following the precepts and following the strategies and following the structures, if people are doing that, like our team, we are building deep, if people can follow that line, definitely we can have some account on our team that can make far, far higher in turnover, in revenues, more than the accounts that are at the top. Believe this is real. This is real. And that's one of the top qualities. That's one of the top qualities of a decentralized project. The top qualities of a decentralized platform. I said that again. I said that the amount of revenue that you can pull, the amount of money that you can make is directly proportional to the effort you put in. In other words, the way you grow your team, you expand, you ensure that everybody that is following you or with you are going on the right track that has been set before us. You see, because there are people who might want to come on the team and make some dictates for us. You see, but we're not saying that this is the only strategy that works in the world. But when we want to talk about something that is effective, that leads to a long-term business, a long-term gain, because the platform we're into is for long-term. It's for many years. So if you're in a platform that will be in existence for so many years, you also need to work with a strategy that will also last for so many years. A platform that will last for so many years doesn't guarantee that your team will last for those same number of years. Are we following this? So that's why you must also ensure that you work with strategies, structures, systems that will ensure that your team is available or recognized or still function in the next coming years. That is very important. That is so much important. And you have to make it work. And how do we make things work is by working with a strategy that works. If you have a strategy that works, definitely and definitely, without no doubt, your team is going to go from one level of grade to another. And one thing will be the hallmark of your team: growth, expansion. And that's the reason for education. Without education, there's no growth. It doesn't matter that somebody is growing, the growth will be stunted. Okay, the growth will get stuck. But by the time people have education and they understand the vision and then they see the road and the milestones that have been set by the team leaders, and people are following the right strategies and they see that it's working, everybody will be excited because everybody will be seeing results, and it will all result to team growth. Don't forget that globalization is the focus of our team. Even though the platform is decentralized, we're a global team, and we're having our teams planted in different countries already. And you can give birth to a team in any country. As long as you are following the right precepts and going with the right strategies, you can be the one to pioneer a team in Uganda. You can be the one to pioneer a team in Canada. You can be the one to pioneer a team in Turkey, in Hong Kong, in Taiwan. You see, in England, you can be the one to do that. It's just for you to be given the right tools for your journey. If you are given the right tools for your journey and you stay with the right tools for that journey, you focus on it, and you get answers. I'm talking from the three important factors for success that have laid the foundation on our previous Zooms. I spoke about three factors for success. Just like I said that the word S is what begins success. But if you want to be successful, there are three words that is attached to S as well as the initials. And I did make justice to that. I said the first one is called system. The second one is called strategy. Then the third one is called support. And if you've been listening to me on the last Zooms, and as I am talking right now, you will understand that what I'm talking about is around these three things. If we're working on a system that is for many years, I said that you also need a strategy that will help you and ensure that your team is available for the next few years as well. And I said that if you are given the tools for your journey, if you have questions, if you have needs for explanations, you can always contact your leaders, okay, for support. Exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about. The three S, the three factors for success. I'll say that again. Is a system, the strategy, and support. If you have a functional system, if you have an operational strategy, and if you have an unwavering support, success is inevitable. There's nothing that can stop a team that has these three things in place. There's nothing that can stop it. And guess what? We have it in our team. There's no educational support or guidance that you need that will not be made available. If it has not been made available by the creators of the platform, it will be made available by us. And you need to understand that whatever we do is for the betterment and for the growth of the team, irrespective of the country where you are on. The Kinging team will thrive on every place based on what you are doing. What you're doing is the result of how much time you've spent with our resources. We've got resources in trainings, tutorial videos, and our previous Zooms. If you listen to them, you will catch exactly what we are doing. Later on this month, I'm sure we are all aware that the Force is going to be launching in the next few days. Less than 2 weeks from now, the Force will be launching. And later on this month, an academy, a decentralized academy for people who want to learn about crypto and have knowledge of crypto will also be launched. You see, so the resources is going to be made available. And even though it is not available, we on our team are going to make it available because we believe in supporting our team members for growth. So it doesn't matter what you need. It doesn't matter what assistance you need. We will make it available. And transparency is one of the hallmark of our team. We are going to be on a road of transparency. And I'm sure that is one aspect of business that a lot of people are not clarified about. They don't know if they are transparent in the team. They don't know if the leaders are saying the right things or not. But transparency is going to be the hallmark of our team. The Force Thinking team is a global team. And I guarantee you, and like I always say, that our resources on the team are what people are going to be using for their webinars in just the next few months and years ahead. I guarantee you that. There are leaders of teams that are going to be using our resources for training their members because we have so much information in our team and we're going to be training because everybody I see on this call right now is a potential leader. None of you here I see as members. All of you are potential leaders. Leaders are going to raise teams on different countries. You see, and because of that, we're going to be a global team. All right. Now, just to the business of today, let's not to dive into some aspect of leadership because of the call. We're here to learn. All right. So I am going to share my screen. Welcome to those who just joined us. We've been waiting for you. I'm just going to share my screen right now to just some part of the slide, the document, the classic marketing document that was sent to us by Lado. So I just want to go to some part of the slide just to explain how placement is done so you can understand how it's done. And don't forget that the interaction, the full-fledged interaction of S3 and S6 scheme is applied. All right, so I'm just going to share my screen right away. Okay. Okay. Yep. Good. So please, if you are with me, just kindly rotate your screen. Just rotate your screen so you can see what I'm doing, okay? Now, I did explain on my previous Zooms about the things that we're working on right now. We're working on a new project called the Force with Lado Hognitor, okay? So that's what we're working on right now. So let's go back to the next screen. And I did explain on the previous Zoom that we know from the interface and platforms that we're coming from that this particular scheme was called X4, and this particular scheme is called X3, but right now it is changed. Okay, so you can look at the names here now. You can see we have S3 and S6. So this is going to be the S3 on the Force Marketing Classic, and this is going to be the S6. Why S3 and S6? S3 because there are 3 spots in one line, and S6 because all the spots here underneath you is 6. I hope you understand that. So it's very, very important as we go so that you can have the understanding of what we're doing. So not just to waste much time, I'm just going to go over to this slide to make you understand that you just like you know that in the previous platform, having X3 and X4, there were two different matrices. Okay, but what we're going to be having on the launch of the Marketing Classic is the full-fledged interaction of the two programs. You can see now that it is not separated, it's in just one, just level 1 to level 12, and you can see S3 and S6 interacting together. So just like I can see level 1 to level 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But the difference is you have two S6 schemes and to one S3 scheme, two S6 scheme to one S3 scheme. So level 1 and 2 is S6, level 3 is S3, level 4 and 5 is S6, level 6 is S3, level 7 and 8 is S6, level 9 is S3, and then level 10 and 11 is S6, and level 12 is S3. So this is a full-fledged interaction of the two matrix that we are aware of in the past. So this is how it's going to look like in our matrix once the launch takes place. All right, so let's proceed. Of course, we know that two launch is awaiting us right now. We have the pre-launch and we have the main launch. So the prices of the pre-launch is going to be 50% of the price of the main launch. So if the launch is taking place on level 1, for example, is going to be costing 5 BUSD, that's $5. And when the main launch takes place, it's going to be doubled to $10. Okay, so and then the same thing applies to the rest of the slots. So let's move. Now, this is what I want us to really look at tonight for you to understand the placement. Most people didn't know how these placements were done in the previous platform, but I believe with this screen now, it gives us a more clearer view of how we get to work with our uplines and how we appear in our uplines matrix. Okay, so this is the main thing I wanted to look at. The two boxes you see here, that's the marketing system explanation. All right, you can see this one here is the way your upline see, and then this one here is the way you see. Do you understand? So reading from what we have here, so just you can take a look at that as I read. It says, as soon as payment is made, it is instantly sent to the wallet of the hire partner. So this is your hire partner, that is your upline, okay? Your upline is the hire partner, and then you fill the matrix of your inviter. The inviter is also the hire partner. Okay, so you fill, if this is your upline, okay, this is your upline, you get to fill the first slot of your upline's matrix. Do you understand this particular slot now? Then what happens? At the same time, your own matrix opens up, in which there are 6 spots under you, the two on the first line and then 4 on the second line. So when you take the first spot on your upline's matrix, your own matrix is open for you. This is what people don't see in the previous interface. So many people don't know that their matrix is different from the matrix of their upline, but everybody sees their matrix, but many people know where they are on their upline's matrix. But with this screen now, you can see the way it is, where you occupy here. So the first 2 you see here below you are these first 2 you see here, and then in accordance, just like what your upline sees, those 2 will also have their own 2H. Okay, you can see that there. Now pay attention closely, that because you are placed under your upline, okay, and then you can also see the last text here, that it is possible that the part of your matrix is inside the matrix of your upline if you got to him in the first line. In other words, if you appear over here in your upline's matrix, okay, if you appear there, then it's possible for your own 2 to also show here as well, this second line. So the second line of your upline will be the first line in your matrix. Do you understand? So if you appear on the first line of your upline, definitely your team, part of your team will be showing on your upline matrix. But if you appear like on our team, we are going to be working with 3 downlines. So it means that depending on where you fall in, so if you appear here or here, your matrix, part of your matrix will be showing on your upline matrix. But if you get to appear here, for example, or here, I mean the second line, it is possible that your matrix might not appear on your upline matrix. It's still the same thing. Okay, the smart contract still is working. All right, so let's just proceed and see how the people that you bring are placed. Okay, and let's see what happens on the next screen. So now this is the next screen. Please follow me here. Now, filling in your matrix is possible both with your actions, and if you invite and spill over from above from the higher partner, as well as spill over from below, when downlines of your first line are inviting. In other words, just the same way you see you here and you can see you here. Okay, so when you get to invite the first person, now don't forget that I've said before that on the S6 scheme, the income doesn't come to you from the first line. The income comes to you from where? The second line. Okay, now the second line is where your income is, because when your first partner comes in here, that first partner takes this particular spot on your upline matrix. And don't forget that since your income is on the second line, that's why the income of this first person doesn't go to you, it will go to your upline. That's why you see here that income goes straight to the upline. Are you following that? Because that person is in your matrix, is occupying the first line, okay? But in your upline matrix, is occupying the second line. I hope this is understandable. So that's the same thing for the second person here. So the second person here will be the second person here, all right? And then the same thing that happens, that income will be transferred to your upline. Okay, and then in the same accordance, of placement, when this guy on number 1 gets to get his 2 partners, okay, his matrix also opens. That's the same way he took place under you. His matrix also opens, and when he brings number 2, okay, it goes. Now on number 2, it shows on his first. Oh my God. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I had a screen break. All right, so let's come back. So I said on your downlines matrix, okay, on your downlines matrix, it gets to show on the first line of your downlines matrix, but on your matrix, it shows as the second line. That's the reason why income of number 2 will come to you and not to position 1. Do you understand? So the same thing also, when that number 1 gets to bring number 3, the income also comes over to you and not to him. So when number 2 gets to refer, it goes to number 1. That's how the placement is done. Okay, it's very, very simple. Just understand how it works. If you don't understand S6, I believe with this short explanation, you should have the understanding of how it works. And then I'm also believe if you've been following the previous recordings I've done, you should understand what I should call the auto reactivation. The reactivation takes place once a slot is completed. Just the same way you know that on the S6 you have 6 spots: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So as people get to join, either your upline gets to invite, when that happens, the spots are getting filled. Please, let's kindly mute ourselves. All right, I'll appreciate that. So when you get to invite, or your upline gets to invite, it gets to fill your matrix. And then when the place is getting filled up, is getting filled up, is getting filled up, is getting filled up. When the last one comes in, it automatically repurchases the slot afresh again. And the income of reactivation is transferred to the upline or to a higher person in the system. So this is very, very fair. It is one of the fairest network marketing I've ever seen, because over here on the S6, you see that by default, people above you gets to get income from 1, 2, okay? That's the first line. And then from the reactivation, they get to get income from there. Why you get to get income from 1, 2, 3? It's as simple as that. I mean, that's fair if you ask me. That's for the S6 program. But for the S3 program, the S3 is just 3 slots on one line. So you get to receive income from 2. All right. And I think it's still good that way. I think it's still good that way, because you're receiving from 2, 1, 2. And then when this one takes place, the income, it goes to your upline. So I think it's still fair. On the S3, you receive from 2, your upline takes 1, while on the S6, you get to receive 3, while people above you get to receive 3 as well. That's, to me, that's excellent. Is a well decent and excellent marketing plan I've ever seen. So that's just for the reactivation. Okay. On subsequent Zooms, I will give you more explanations and scenarios to help you understand what reactivation is, because some people still might not understand it. But we'll go detailed and deep into these things.
Come.
Okay. Please stay muted. All right, then the auto upgrade, I'm sure we understand the auto upgrade by now, is just for every current level, your highest level where you exist on the platform, you get to have the auto upgrade button turned on, meaning that once the reactivation takes place, two of the income, like you see here, is meant for reactivation, because each of them is 100% each. And if this is 100% and this is 100%, the two of them is 200%, which will be the amount of opening the next slot, the equivalent amount of opening the next slot. So in your first cycle of the current level, auto upgrade takes place only on the first cycle. So from the subsequent cycles going forward, the whole 300% is yours, because when on the S6, you get to receive income from this second line. I explained that. Okay, but your net profit is over here. Okay. And if that current level you are in is the highest level, auto upgrade is activated there. Okay, auto upgrade is activated. So you're only going to be receiving 100% from that particular level on just the first cycle, because after the first cycle takes place, this one opens the next higher slot, and then from the second cycle going forward, the whole 300% belongs to you going forward. The same applies to the S3 on your particular matrix that has S3 scheme. Like I know the level 3, the level 6, the level 9 has S3 schemes. If you are on that particular level as your highest level, the first cycle you might not be getting anything there, because you can see that these two will serve as your auto upgrade to the next high level. Why this serve as what? The recycle, the auto reactivation. So if you are on a particular scheme, which is the S3, you might not get anything from there in your first cycle, because of it is meant for two things: auto upgrades and the auto reactivation. But from the second cycle going forward, as long as your team and your structure is growing, you keep receiving the cycles, you keep receiving the 200%, because here on the S3 is 300% earnings, but the net profit is 200% of these two. Why this is meant for reactivation. So that's just pretty much of what I wanted to talk about tonight. But if you have questions about the S3, the S4, the S3, the S6, the auto activation, reactivation, and then the auto upgrades, I'll be taking questions shortly. So what I want to say is if you're listening to me right now, let's take advantage of the pre-launch. The pre-launch is going to happen very soon, and this is the cost of slots you are going to see once the pre-launch takes place, and this is going to be the price of both the main launch and the pre-launch. So this is for the pre-launch, the pre-start. So this is the pre-start. That's the one we're going to see, and then the standard price. Standard price is when the main launch takes place. So if you're coming on our team, all you need is the amount of opening the first 3 slots, and then all you need is to get 3 partners to do exactly the same thing you did. That is all. And guess what? The amount you're bringing in is just a one-time payment. Believe that. After you make your first payment, money is never going to come out of your pocket ever, 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 never again. Okay, you're just going to be getting your revenues, and that revenues you're getting will also be taking you to higher slots, because we have auto upgrade activated on the higher slots. Okay, so that is what you need to get on our team, and you want to take full advantage of that, because after the launch takes place, the main launch takes place, we are going to be having the standard price, and to access the first 3 slots is going to cost 70 BUSD. That's why we say that people who are joining us now, who are going to be coming with 50% of that amount. That's all you need. That's all. That is all you need. Okay, 50% for the pre-launch. That is 35. If you calculate this in total, that's 35 BUSD. And then you need about $5 of smart chain to power the transaction. Okay, and we're using the Binance Smart Chain. The Binance Smart Chain, I will show that to us just before the end of the call. And then all you need as well is for the main launch, that will be 70 BUSD. If you do the math here, that's 70 BUSD. Then you need $10 of smart chain. So you see, that's like times 2 of the amount of the pre-launch. So you want to take advantage of that price of the pre-launch, okay, for a long time game. Think about it. You coming in with this amount, and then when the main launch takes place, you are getting double. You're earning double of all these slots that you use the 50% to open. That's amazing. And also, part of the benefit of you being on the force before the main launch takes place is you get to receive the coins. Okay, once the IDO emission of the coin is completed, it gets to be given to those who were in first line in the pre-launch. That's part of the benefits that you are going to receive for being a part of the pre-launch. So, and there are other things that will be introduced in the platform as time goes on, and we'll always bring you updates and information based on the force. All right. So, just in case you are asking, what are you going to do? So, I'm just going to go over to the Google Play Store here. My Play Store. So, all you need to do is get to the Google Play Store. So, if you are using an Android device, just get over there and then just type Trust Wallet. Sorry, let me, bright screen. Good. So if you are using an Android app, this is the wallet you need. So just get on the Play Store and install this. That's for those who are using Android. But if you're using an iPhone device, what you need to do is get on the Play Store and type Token Pocket app. So Token Pocket Wallets, Crypto DeFi is the wallet you need for iPhone users. Okay, and we have tutorials that will help people and aid them to create wallets easily and fast on our YouTube channel. So those tutorials are also on our Telegram group. If you are not on Telegram group, please send me a message or contact the person who invited you to this call, or share this video, this recording with you to be a part of what we're doing. And we'll assist you, we'll mentor you, we'll stick with you, we'll support you until you stand financially with the classic marketing of the Force project. So I want to say thank you to everybody who was on the call. But just before I end the call today, I just wanted to take a few questions. I'll stop sharing my screen right now. Okay, so I just wanted to ask if anybody has a question, please feel free to ask. Anybody with a question?
King, it's Vanessa. Just for clarity, for the 50%, it's $30 to start, or 35?
35 for BUSD, okay, and then $5 for smart chain, okay,
so $40
for BUSD, and then $5 for smart chain. So maybe I can just show you that on my screen here. So let me just share my screen once again so you can see what we need. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the 2 coins you need in your wallet. Okay, so for this, you need $5. For this, you need 35 BUSD. So that in total will be $40 in total. Okay, that's what anybody needs right now to come in. But after the main launch, the person will need 10 here, and here it will be 70. That will make it $80. That's like ×2 of the amount for the pre-launch. Did you get that?
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. So any other question?
I got a quick question, King.
Yeah.
I want to confirm if we currently have an upline, but would like to change that upline, when and how is that done?
Okay, for those who followed the process of the bot, okay, definitely it is possible to change your upline. And have you done step 4 already?
I haven't done step 4 yet.
Okay, so I think then you're next in line to do step 4. So what we do in step 4 is that particular person who's going to be your upline. Okay, you just indicate the person's wallet address on the step 4. That's how it's done, and it will take effect once the new interface is launched. You will be paired with that person who you indicated their wallet address in step 4. Does it make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Good. So I believe Charlene will get to you about that and provide the wallet address, right?
Excellent. Thank you.
Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? Please, let's feel free to ask questions.
King, this is Charlene. I just wanted to also remind anyone that downloaded the bot, we are requesting King to do a review of your account, because we did have some people that did it on their own and we are finding problems. So we don't want, step 4 is when we link to the new Force structure. And that wallet, even though you're using a wallet that was connected to the old Forsage interface, it's not going to affect that old structure you had there on that matrix. You still can receive funds from both platforms. We're not breaking that interface connection between the old Forsage. We're only adding a new connection to your wallet from for the new Force. So whatever we link you with from that old bot, that's going to be a brand new team with a brand new structure with your brand new partners. So it's two completely different entities. And I think a lot of people wasn't understanding that. And then the second phase is when we pre-launch, and these are people coming in with brand new wallets, connecting to the Force, continuing to build our brand new team. We have no connection with the previous team, and the ones that's on the call, you understand what I'm referring to. We are brand new. King is leading us. He's connecting us through the Force structure. Did I explain that correctly, King?
That's right, absolutely correct. Yeah, because the smart contract of the Force classic marketing is different from the smart contract on the previous interface. So, like Charlene said, you might still be receiving funds from the previous smart contract, but linking the new one makes you participating on a brand new structure and a brand new team with a brand new upline with brand new downlines. Okay, I got that correctly too. Okay, so don't hesitate to take advantage of this to help people to take a part of this. This is just 50% discount, and I believe is something that people need. And I believe when people come in and then they test the period of the pre-launch and they see that the team strategy is working, it will be more easier for people to get more busier when it becomes $80. So let's take advantage of this. People need this information. A lot of people are on different platforms that are not just doing the right things. They're struggling. They are, should I say, suffering there. So we need to help them. I'm not saying that this is the only best platform in the world, okay? I'm not saying that. There are other amazing platforms out there that anybody can take advantage of for financial freedom. But what I'm saying is if you're looking for something that is reliable, trustworthy, that you can bank on for the next few years, I mean, that is very, very much accurately speaking of, you can work with this. It is something that we're not just taking being a part of it for the now. No, we have a goal to build a strong community with the Force, to be a global team, having teams in different parts of the world and different countries led by people like you on the Zoom today. So that's why I said initially that I don't see anybody here as team members. I see all of you as team leaders in your region, jurisdiction where you are going to be a team leader where you are. So make up your mind that this is for years. And when something is going to be here for years, you look at what is your structure going to be like in the next 6 months? What's your structure going to be like in the next 8 months, in the next 1 year, 2 years, 5 years? So when you have that vision written out, then it propels you to take actions to specific goals that will help you hit your targets every single day, every single week, every single month, and then years to come. So I want to say thanks to those who came on the call today. I truly appreciate your time. And then just in case you're listening to this recording on YouTube, or you're given this by a friend or somebody sent this to you, listen to me, you are in the right place. You're in the right place. I mean, you never have met a platform and a team working with a strategy like this in the entire history of networking. We're going to make a difference. We're going to make a difference, and you are hearing it at the right time. Okay, we're not just bringing this to you, it is because it is meant for you. So just in case you're listening to this, click on the link below this video, okay, to join either our group on WhatsApp or our group on Telegram, and follow our precept, follow the strategy. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. This is a free world. Drop the questions. We're always free to ask. we're always available also to answer. If you don't get an answer immediately, you will get an answer sooner than later. And we're also raising leaders, so you can consider yourself being a part of our team to also raise other people as well in different places. So you're always welcome. If you're hearing my voice for the first time on YouTube, you're welcome to our team, the Force Kingdom team. Keep in mind, we're raising leaders. We are a global team, and the Force is with us, and we are with you. Force.